Hey y'all. Let me do this. Okay, so this is part one of me attempting to play catch up on a serious note. I need to do a little bit of a cheat code and check something out real quick. I don't even know if I am going to be able to see what I want to check out. Basically, what I want to determine is what week am I picking up on. I think it is week 22. Oh, I didn't turn my light on. So not ready. We're just gonna say it's week 22 because I think the last thing I remember seeing was in my video description was week 21. So anyway, what I wanted to share is how I document things in my, let's take a little pause. All right. Ideally, I am starting with my work planner that I have not featured on my channel in a while, but I think I have figured out a way that I can share how I document what happened because I don't necessarily do a plan. I am on a new team to me, and I'm still getting adjusted to learning some of the ropes. And so while I'm doing that, I'm basically in a play catch up mode versus knowing how to plan out for certain things. So anyway, I am going to pick up in my work planner starting from what would be week number 22 in 2026. And so what you're looking at here, because I don't want to assume that some viewers have seen my prior videos, but this is my work planner. It is the junior size, which is equivalent to half letter. Let me turn it like this because I don't want to adjust my settings. There we go. Half letter. This is Jane's agenda. I forget what color this is, but it's designated for a book bound planner. And I did update some things in here, but I don't want to take the time to go through that right now. Maybe I'll do that in another video because I don't know how long this video is going to end up being. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and flip to the week where I played catch up and started documenting stuff. So I did redact some things in here because I still want to have an element of, is it privacy? Just keeping some things that are sensitive in nature at bay. So anyway, based on what it is that's happening in the week, I know this looks, well, to me, this looks extremely busy, but like I said, I like to document, whether it's in my personal life or in my work life or professional development, I like to document what actually happened. And so one of the ways that I do that is I use tool inserts from Tool, and I will document, I have categories for myself. So traditionally, I have used this bottom section. Let me turn to a clear page so you can see something. So this bottom section is designated for notes, but I have taken to use it for, I'll say, communications for the most part. But there can be some weeks where I have to readjust because of what's going on. So anyway, I have done that for this particular week. So down here, I have things where there were meetings. There were some additional meetings down here as well related to my position. And then I have emails that I've captured here. And I have, like I said, taken the liberty to just not show information that's identifiable. So it could be key terms or it might be people's names, but I have figured out something since then of how I can do that. So anyway, getting into this week. So this was the week of May 25th through May 31st. And of course we had a holiday for Memorial Day. I like to put in this week, I put administrative items, tasks, meetings that I had. I had a lot of meetings on this day. So, what is going on? I'm so confused. Oh, these are emails. And then I think these are walkthroughs. Yeah, these are walkthroughs. Then I had some more meetings, some meetings over here. I had some people's names, so I had to hide that stuff. I had some items that I had to get done, and then I had more meetings. So this was when I was out of town for work, and so it was a very meeting heavy week. Now, this week, I had temporarily misplaced the second sheet, and I found it again, and then I lost it again. So I don't have the opportunity to show the full week 23, but this is how I have decorated it. So I flipped it. I had some emails that I wanted to document, some things I was working on, meetings that I had for this day. I'm thinking these meetings, I'm hoping these meetings correspond to the day that you see here. And then I didn't even realize this, but I did emails going down like that. If I had any Teams chats or calls, I have stuff up here. Emails for these last 2 days of the week, and then communication. Well, this is the following week. So I'm missing the second half of week 23 and the first half of week 24. So not a whole lot going on with that. And then, okay, week 25, we're back to a full week. So I very similar documented things that I was working on. So whether it be reviews, tasks, I think, I have another little category that falls under tasks, but I can't remember what it is right now. But then of course I have meetings right here. Then I have emails, some tasks I've took care of, communications, and an administrative item. And maybe that's what it was. Administrative is the other thing. So I didn't have a whole lot going on this particular week, or at least I didn't document it in that way. And I think I had this here because I needed to fill it in, but who knows what that was supposed to be now. I'm kind of like far removed from it, and I'm not going to worry about it. So then now we go to week 26. This was a heavy week for me. And again, it's just me documenting when I took care of certain tasks. I need to white this out and put, I forget what I need to put right here. And I'm kind of far away, but I think it's coming up okay in the camera. Yeah, it was a lot going on with this week. Looking at this in real life, I don't really like how it kind of, the decorations with it, like the sticker choices, but when I see it on screen, it doesn't bother me as much. But also, I wanted to mention, this is me attempting to use, this is me using a lot of what is in my stash. And so that's the reason why you see certain little things. So I will, for the most part, I will write down what I did and then come back and fill it in. Or I might do it both in tandem. I will put stickers down where it might highlight certain things, and then I can fill it in with what actually happened. And then this is week 27. So again, I had a lot going on. Of course, July 4th was on Saturday, but July 3rd was an off day. So I need to put in holiday right here just so it kind of stands out. I didn't do a lot of decoration, but I think it's because it's so heavy with information that I did not want to cloud it up too much with a lot of stickers and such. I might put some more sound wave, like put a piece over here coming down like that. We'll see, but that's how this particular week's decorations look. And then we have this one here. And then what I think I will do, since it's more of the same, I will probably go ahead and, I had a lot there too. This is week 28. And I actually, so just to point out a couple things with the decor, I actually used the raised stickers from Cloth and Paper. And I have to be strategic on when I choose to do that. Because of course, if I were to come in and I needed to fill this out and I have raised sticker, let me take it out. I have a raised sticker here, and then I have one down here as well. if I were to write on the back of this, when those race stickers were on there, it would get in the way. So you can see that I chose to write in cursive in some instances. And if I needed to do that, it would have messed up me writing in cursive. So what I decided to do, or what I did when I filled this out, because I was playing catch up, is I trying to make sure it's nothing crazy down here. I knew that I wanted to put these here, so I just held off until after I filled in this side of the sheet, and then came back and then put my raised stickers where I knew I wanted them. So that's how I did that. And then on occasion, I will have meeting notes that I need to, it's okay, that's just their first names. I have meeting notes here that I need to document things on, and so I'll insert that in the middle and have that, you know, up to date as well. So let's see. I know I did something. I don't have a good record of what happened on the 17th, but I think I'm just going to leave it as is. I know I did stuff. I don't know how difficult it would be for me to go back and figure it out. But I did stuff, and I just need to fill that out. And so that brings us to week 30, which is where we are right now. So I am going to kind of share with you all how I utilize my little cheat code notebook. So I call this my cheat code notebook. So this is where I write down stuff. So I want it to look a certain way. I want it to be as neat as it can possibly be. But this is my messy notebook to be able to jot down, you know, stuff that happens. So, and I figured out, like I said, I used initials and things like that. I try not to put too much information down here when it comes to filling it out, just in case I want to make a video like this one where I am playing catch up, and filling out what occurred during the week. So checking on something real quick. Okay. All right. So I actually have some stickers, a color scheme that I want to go with for this particular week. And we will see how far along I can get when it comes to starting to fill out this week. There's something on my sticker. It feels like adhesive. Okay. So right now, I think because for me, for whatever reason, it takes a long time to fill in my stuff. And it's, like I said, it's probably because I want things to be neat and I want things to look a certain way, the aesthetic of it. And so, yeah, it just takes me a while. So I'll see how much I can get done within the time that I have allotted for myself, not because of the video, but because of my schedule today. So I'm going to try to do these 3 days, but we'll see how far I can make it. Like I said, with the time I have granted myself. So I'm just going to take another notebook and use it as my buffer right here. And hopefully the spiral doesn't get in my way too much. Okay, so right here, let me slide this down. Right here, you see there are a lot of emails. So for my jotted down quick notebook or what have you, I have designated the top section for emails. So the ones that I received, the ones I sent, communication. So it could be chat or Teams calls. And then down here, I have a section for tasks, miscellaneous. And then whenever I have meetings, I'll go ahead and put that here. So looking at what all is going on, and I actually like this because I know visually where I will want to put stuff. And my attempt is so that it's not too heavy in such a condensed amount of space. It didn't always happen when it was all said and done because some weeks are busier than others, but I try my best. So actually I'm going to flip through real quick. Okay, so I had a lot of communications on Tuesday. a good bit of emails on Wednesday. So I did that because I wanted to see, I brought out these because I knew that I had a lot of communications, like I said, or excuse me, a lot of line items that, I don't know, I may not use this one, or I might put a sticker on top of it. I'm going to figure out something to do because this, I don't think it's coming through on the camera, but I can see it in real life. So, I think I want to, I don't think this is going to work for emails. Let's see. It's a lot of communications on this one. I don't know if my plan will work the way that I intended for it to work. Because I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if I could cut this in half and then arrange it. Because I like balance on my stuff. So maybe I'll just use one. I think I'm just going to use one. And see, it's taking up the space here. I need communications on Tuesday. Let's see, Wednesday. Okay, so these circle stickers may not work because I need my lines. So maybe what I will do is just come back to my little areas of what I wanted to do, and I don't think this is going to work either. I don't want to cover that up. What am I trying to do, y'all? Let me just see how this looks if I arrange stuff on the page. And I know these are like, you know, page flags. Oh, see, now I think maybe what I imagined is that it could be a way for me to say, for this section, if I had stuff that was small enough to fit here, then it could be designated with this color right here. I think that's what I wanted, how I wanted to use it. So let's see if I can go through with that. The problem is that, of course, this sticky tab is going to require an oil-based pen, and here we have paper, and I don't want it to bleed through. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do. So let me just arrange it first, and then oops. Do I want it like that? Or I think I want it like this. Okay. And so maybe I could just do a header and then write around it. I don't know how that's going to look. But I do like how this looks on the page. I don't know if I'm going to like it with writing, but you know what? We are going to take the plunge and see what we come up with. So I do have an oil-based, this is probably really thick. Here we go. So this says ultra fine and this says 0.03. I need to do a little swatch. And I can do it on this notebook. So I want to see how, okay, that doesn't. Okay. And then this one is thicker. So this is the uni pen. And then this is the Sharpie. And I don't know how the Sharpie is gonna, I think I'm gonna use the Sharpie. Okay, I am going to do this. I am going to write, you know what? I can use this for the smaller stuff. I'm going to do tasks here. I'm going to do my emails here, and then my communications down here. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't mind turning it to the side and just do, I wonder if I could, let me cut some of this off. How much sticky is there? Okay. That's better. All right. Ooh. Okay. So then I'll do tasks here. Yep. Because it's not coming through like I want. Okay. That looks good to me. And I will cut this stuff and take some of this excess off, because this works if I am going to use it as like a true page flag. But since I want it to be a somewhat of a header type of situation, then I don't need that whole long thing, because I don't want to use these pens on my paper because I don't know about bleed through, and I don't even want to, I don't want to test it out. I don't want to write on this part, then go over there with that. I'm good on that. I do it on occasion, but I don't want to do it this time. Actually, I prefer to do that whenever the sticky is a paper product and I can use the same type of pen without any worries. Okay. There. Come on. I think I'm gonna get me a new set of tweezers, because I use my tweezers for multiple uses every single day, and I just feel like I need them all over the place, and just in case something happens, I misplace them on occasion. It's only usually within that day. It's not like I lose them for a whole day. I probably could have cut off more, but we'll be all right. And how did I have it? I think I had it halfway through here. Let me see how that looks in the camera. Okay, that doesn't look half bad. All right, so we have tasks over there. Right here for the next day, we will put, maybe I'll do tasks there, and then task. Each of these will be tasks. Yes, 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 because that other stuff is pretty long. So let's do, okay, this one doesn't want to cooperate. Hopefully this one does. Yep, it's very thick. I'm not going to worry about how my hand feels like it's shaking. And we'll do task here. It's so slick and sleek on this thing. Okay. Well, it's not permanent because I haven't even written on the page yet, but we're gonna stick with that. All right, so the task for Monday is, let me move this. I just hope I remember how I had it. Okay, because I don't want to smear. Okay, so on Monday, I had worked on sock stuff, and I'll do that. I'm going to try not to concentrate. I want to concentrate. I'm going to try not to be so anal about how it's showing up when I write, because I don't know, I feel like my writing is a little slippery today. So we're just gonna roll with it. So this is the section where I am going to do emails, because I want to have as much as I can for emails, and I think I'm going to do communications down here and meetings right here. So let's get to the emails. I have 5 received and I sent 1, so I need as much space as I can get. You know what? I think it's this notebook. Because I am not writing as well as I want. I said I wasn't going to worry about it. Whoops. But that's a lie. I can't help it. Okay. So, starting here. I think I need a smaller pen. Smaller pen nib. Okay, so I've gotten it up until I filled out, let's see, Monday and Tuesday. I think, let's see, I finished Tuesdays. Surprised there's no emails. I'm gonna have to go back and verify. I'm kind of hoping it's not, because as you can see, this is very busy. Had a lot going on. I don't necessarily, it's very blurry. I don't know why that is. But yeah, so that's how this is looking so far. Let's see what Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pause right here and pick back up on Wednesday and figure out how I am going to squeeze all of this stuff into Wednesday. But that is actually where, what did I do with my, here it is. So lucky for me, I also have this is kind of like my section where I say, okay, this is the week that I'm on. I have these stickies that I can use in order to add some extra stuff onto Wednesday, because I have a lot I need to jot down. So anyway, this is one of the parts that I am completing. Let me put this in here so that way I don't lose this page, because that seems to be what is happening. No, I need it over here. I think that's right. Week 29, week 30. There we go. So hopefully I find that missing page that I had. And we are going to, like I said, take a pause for the cause, because I ran out of time, my designated time. I will be back. Hey y'all, I am back for what I hope to be the finalization of documenting my work information in this planner here. So a few days have gone by since I was last in here, but it still remains the same that I still need to fill out this, let's see, Wednesday and then Thursday and Friday. But guess what? I am not going to take my sheets out because I had to look and see where I left off with my last video, and I still haven't found that the missing insert to this. So we're just going to have to deal with what is available, and I don't actually need it right now, but I'm pretty sure I will come across it as time goes on. Because the funny thing is, I think I lost that page before, that same exact page, or either the other page. I know it was red, the deco, and it was red, but anyhow, that's not why we are here. So we are picking back up on, see, I don't even know what all I had on that particular day, but I'm gonna try to pull out, pull out the utensils that I had. I mean, a whole weekend has since passed and a couple of work days, but with the way that my schedule is, which is why I'm already backed up like I am, this is just how it is for me at this time. So July 22nd is where we were. And when I was looking at the end of that first clip that I did, I saw that I had a lot going on. It's out of frame, but I'm about to move it. I don't want to move that. Okay. So what I left off with was, and I actually need some paper. Here we go. What I left off with is, I wonder if I can zoom out just a teensy-weensy bit. Okay, I think that can work. And then if I need to, I'll bring stuff up. But I had a lot of emails on this particular day. Again, July 22nd. And then I had a big to-do, which I know what happened with that. And then I had a few tasks that I had to take care of. One meeting and then just one little communication. So, or maybe, let's see. Nope, nothing there. Oh, I do have notes here. I'm not going to put that stuff down. So we're just going to focus on this. All right, so I already have a section for tasks that can go here, and I might just do it around like that. And then my emails, I think I am going to put them, let's see. What color do I want to do? I actually might need the other sheet to see, because I like balance on my stuff. Let's try this bad boy. Or actually, let me see if this will work. It will only if I cut it or if I put it down here. But that's the same color as this, or similar color. Maybe I can do this one. It's coming back to me that I didn't like this little, I can't see. There's some, I don't know, adhesive residue right here. I don't think all my emails, yeah, all of my emails are not going to fit over there. Maybe I can put this over here. Again, with balance. I wonder if I do like this, slide this over some. Put my emails here. And then coming back to the balance, put this darker index page flag over here. I mean, it's kind of good that I'm thinking about how to set up the last I'm going to say day because I was off on Friday. And the reason for that is because me and my honey went out of town to a wedding. And I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It was a good wedding. It was very nice. The couple is, well, the guy from the couple, he is a longtime friend of my husband's, and I loved the theme of the wedding. We are a particular age, and so I love to see that. I'll just say this, when it was reception time, first of all, the wedding was beautiful. And when it was reception time, the DJ was hyping us up and was telling us what the vibe should be. And he told us that the couple wanted us to have a classy time mixed with ratchet. So I don't know if anybody has ever heard of this little this made up word, ratchet. That's how I would describe it. And it was fun. It was fun. I was getting my life with the music that the DJ ended up playing. So it was a good time. It was a good time. All right. So I figured out that it's interesting. I use tasks every single time here. Let me see if I can still keep up with that, because that's going to look weird to me if I put another. Yep, I can still use tasks. For the 23rd, oh gosh, I did not know there were so many emails, communications. It's fine. It is totally fine. All I'm going to do is just move this bad boy up here. I prefer for it to be down here, but it's, you know, I got it, y'all. I think I got it. So I'm gonna put that here, and then this one over here, since I was off anyway. There we go. That looks better to me. Now I have something to work with. I might do something else over here just to break up all that blue, but I'm good with this so far. Okay, now I can start to write. See, this is why I don't film myself playing catch up, because it takes a long time for me to make a decision on how I want stuff to be laid out, and I am going to have to move this out of the way. It's in my way. Well, I'm going to do this. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and get started writing down my stuff, and then I'll just maybe chat about it after I finish getting everything down. All right, I am finished with updating my week for week number 30 for work. So, I mean, goodness gracious, as you all can see, this was busy. It was heavy, especially with the way that I like to document things. And so I might come back in a little bit later and just add something at the top just so it can feel more balanced. But this is how that week is looking. So I am going to go ahead. Actually, I need to move this. I am going to go ahead and put it back into my planner and then move on to showing my daily logging, which is, to me, that's actually more interesting than this, because that's where I do my decorative planning. But this is important too. All right, so I will showcase this and then also do a recap flip from where I started. So I think this is where I started, or maybe not. I don't know where I started, y'all. I mean, where I left off. Maybe week 22. Maybe this is it right here. No. This is where I started, week 22. All right. So just to recap, this is what I had for week 22. And when I get to the last week, I kind of share what some of the way that I recorded things, what it actually means. So this is the first part of week 23 and the second part of week 24, because again, I have to find this lost insert. It might be in a different spot in this notebook or planner, but I will look for it later. And then we have week 25, which was not as busy as other weeks. Week 26, I like it through the camera, but not so much in real life. But it's more functional than anything, so I need to get over it. Week 27. Week 28, I need to erase this stuff up here. I need to find my good erasers. That's what messed me up with that last little sticky note. Week 29. Probably want to flip through here pretty fast. And then week 30. So this is last week. So what I'm going to do, this is very busy, but I'm going to share kind of like my coding and stuff, what some of this stuff means. So the headers are self-explanatory, right? So these are tasks. This is a particular, let me bring this up. This is a particular project. I have my emails here. So where you see these initials, those are the people's initials. This is the main subject of those said emails, and I like to split it up between those that I received and those that I sent. Then of course I have my meetings, if I have any meetings for that particular day, and then what I think will be, okay, just moving on to the next day. Then I have, I abbreviated communication. So whether I communicate via Teams chat or a Teams call, I like to put down who I spoke with or who I was speaking with, communicating with, and the main subject of this. And I feel like this is the most important thing, especially the calls, because there can be a number of conversations that you have with people throughout the day. And if I don't have a record of what we talked about, then it's going to be hard to know, okay, when did we talk about this? Who did I talk about it with? And what were we talking about? So I actually think that out of everything here, this is the most important, because there's no record of these conversations outside of what I jot down as far as notes are concerned. And so again, just coming back to task. So where it says task, it can be, well, let me get to that, where there, okay, so on the next day, it's a good example of, I have an abbreviation here. That's a T, that actually means task. The R means review. And then I had another one on Thursday that's A, and it's administrative in nature. So then, of course, I have my meeting here, what I talked about with one of the team members, and then a quick synopsis of the emails that floated throughout the day, and more of the same for Thursday. And then Friday, what I did here was I went ahead and put my sticky note on top of it because, like I said, I was out of the office on that Friday. And typically I like to put, you know, if it's like a holiday, maybe vacation, time off or something. But because I'm taking up so much space with how I've documented things over here, I feel like there's no need for me to kind of squeeze that in anywhere. So that is the thought process behind that. So these are the tool inserts that I like to use to pretty much do a high level recap of my given work week. So that concludes this portion of the weekly recaps. And so, like I said, I am going to get into my daily logging. So I did my best to catch up as much as I could with it. We will see how that actually panned out. I have some extra stuff. I pulled out some things that I thought I may have needed, that I might need, but I didn't. So I could actually use this for, I'm going to put this stuff back up. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. All right. So here is my baby, my A5. Whose notebook is this? I think this is Lauren Phelps Designs notebook, and my Ara Estelle, I think this is plum cover. And I don't know how long this video, compilation video, is going to be, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. So I think we are starting with week 22. I hope I have it right with, you know, what I've been up to. Okay. Actually, I have more stuff, but the only things I've caught up with, oh, I have something else I want to share with you all as well. Yeah, I'll get that second. All right, so we have here my Sunday, May 24th. So I think the last time I shared my planner stuff was in May, which is a long time. We're at the end of July. So here I've got some decorations using some washi tape that I had in my stash. It looks like primarily washi tape, and then I had some stickers from an Etsy shop that I had purchased a while ago. Okay, so this is when I was actually on travel. So all I had the capacity to do, that's not true. I was gonna say all I had the capacity to do was put these stickers, but I don't have much red stickers that I think looks nice with these two. So I just put them here for decorations for these 2 days. And then I have travel stickers because that was my day I traveled back home. Some more washi tape that I had around. And then, oh, just in case you're just now catching my videos for the first time, these date stickers that you, date sheets that you see, they come from this tearaway. It is not the 27th, so ignore that. This tearaway pad from Cloth and Paper, which last time I checked, which was maybe a couple days ago, this was still listed as 50% off. So it's like 20 something bucks, maybe rounded up to 30. You can get that for, you know, the 2026 year. So then, okay, so what I've decided to do is when I am not able to go back and fill in whatever happened on a particular day, this is what we're doing, y'all. We are going to still use the stuff that's in the stash and still decorate. So it's basically going to become collage pages, and you're going to see a lot of that. So this is actually a sticker book that I got either from, I just remember, from Eichels. This is from a Recollections sticker book. Actually, let me get that for you all. Okay, here is the sticker book, Recollections. I got it on clearance for $5 a long time ago, but this is what that sticker book looks like. and as you can see, I've been using it. I've used it on a couple different occasions. And then this is supposed to be a monthly intro page to June. Yeah, to June. I need to find a good size sticker to put June here. I will at some point. I forget whose stickers these are, but this is some washi that I had in my stash. Then we're on the first day of June. I remember these stickers came from Starlight. Ooh. Starlight Planner. I think Starlight is the operative name, I think. And again, I have washi. I have washi galore. So this is one of those days. It's collage day. I think these are from Let's Get Planned. This is like a bunch of stickers from a bunch of different places. I can see the sticker sheets that these maroon or burgundy came off of, but I cannot think of the name right now. I think it went well with this washi that I had. I probably picked up randomly at Happy Planner. Oh my gosh, I knew I was going to do that, from Michael's. So this is June 2nd and 3rd. Now, this has got real busy. These was the collage days because I don't know what happened on June 4th and 5th. But I had some stickers left over from, oh my gosh, what is that lady's name? Indian Ivy ink. Oh my gosh. So I said I wanted to use up the whole entire sticker sheets. I didn't want anything left behind, and that's what I did. So it's very busy for my taste, but I think it's still okay. June 6th and 7th. Again, this was, is her name Starlight Paper? I don't know. But I think these girls are so cute. And I think you can see them. Yeah, you can see them. This was more like this kit was called Somber, and that's how I feel sometimes. And not to say that's how I felt on these days, because I really was going after what color theme inspires me, more so because I did back decorative planning. So I just went with whatever colors were speaking to me for any given set of pages. This is June 8th and 9th. Let's see, because I'm tired of guessing. That sticker doll came from if I even have any more. Where did she come from? Planning Press, because she used to be right here. So she came from Planning Press. I had this tearaway sticker sheet from Rose Colored Days, I believe it is. These, I forget where these came from. Yeah, I'm not gonna play a guessing game with y'all because I cannot remember. Okay, this is me trying to use some functional stuff. It's a little bit ugly to me, but that's all I'm going to do with it. I'm not going to come back and try to do any decorative pieces. I can see what I was doing was trying to use these square stickers I got from Cloth and Paper to do something like a heading, and then do something different on the adhesive to attach the tearaway sheets, but I'm not really feeling it, but it's okay. Then we have June 12th and 13th, where I used stickers from a shop that is now closed. Drawn a blank, but the important thing is I know that her shop is closed. But I like the coolness and calmness of this. These blues, this came from Narrative Hues. I don't even know if she's still open. It's a little bit too bright, but I'm going to keep them in here because it's just holding my tearaway sheets together. Then we have some collage days because I don't know what happened on these days. June 14th and 15th. I love these dolls. Anika's Creative Closet. This might be Anika's Creative Closet as well. And this was some washi that I had, so I feel like it went well with her color scheme. And then I just did this to kind of push it together. And then I used the Narrative Hues I forget what she called these, but these are very convenient because these little swatches that you see, you can just rip them off. They're perforated, so it's easy to rip off. And then I have some purple vibes here that I wanted to do, 16th and 17th. This came from Plum Soul Studio, and let's see where she came from. If I even have any more like that. I want to say it's Let's Get Planned. That's what I want to say. Let's Get Planned. I think she was a freebie, as a matter of fact. She reminds me of the artist named Her, that calls herself Her. And then we have the 18th and 19th. So I already know these came from Graceful Muse, Papery. I could just tell by the artwork easily. I probably could have done a little bit more, but I probably left space because I was going to fill it in, but I never did. So we're going to leave it how it is. Then we've got, who did I say this came from? Planning Press again. And this is Plum Soul Studio. And I didn't do much on the 20th and the 21st, 22nd and 23rd. For sure, Let's Get Planned, because I know her font. She loves to do that. Same thing with this. This is Planning Press, like some of the floral that you see around here. That is Planning Press. And then 24th and 25th, we have some Graceful Muse, some older style stuff. These decorative accents all around came from Faded Chronicles. So I just did like a collage in the middle as opposed to doing it on the outskirts. I just like how this looks together. And yeah. Then we have the 26th and the 27th. So I know this is Isis Ella Jewels. This is Anika's Creative Closet. Some washi that I had. I believe this washi is from Lauren Phelps Designs, but I could be wrong. 28th and 29th, I have some Pretty Pink Co. I was going to say Graceful Muse, but nope, this is Pretty Pink Co. So back to my purple, violet hues. A little bit of functional stuff, jotting down what happened, but for the most part, I left those days and I don't know what I did on those days. And then the last day of the month, I love this sticker. Let's Get Planned. I love this sticker so much. Planning Press, decorative accents all around. So now we're in July, finally. I didn't do a cover page. I guess I'm assuming I'm supposed to do a cover page on here. I don't know. Maybe I'll tip something in. This is either, oh, is that my food delivery? I think it is. TaylorMade. Yeah, I think this is TaylorMade Creative. So I went with some Midnight Hue blues here. On the 2nd and the 3rd, I'm back with Graceful Muse. So let's take a look at this pretty doll here. Got some birthday cake balloons because it's my birth month. And I have not decorated this yet, so I'll come back and do that for the 4th and the 5th. Ooh, nice, calm, and cool sagey green for the 6th and the 7th. For the 8th and the 9th, I'm back with some of my purples. So these little triangles that I cut out, that came from Narrative Hues. This is, I want to say this is Graceful Muse. I could be wrong. Could be older style, how she decorates or designs her stuff. But these stickers are pretty. I really like this one. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I need to come in a little bit. Let's see. Okay. So then we have a kit. I forget where this kit came from, but it's like a stormy type of kit. I don't know what's over here. It's like a stormy type of kit. So you have the seascape over here, and then you have the matching flowers. You got a lighthouse here, so I really liked that. Then we have some good old Harriet Wright designs. I have not used her stickers in so long, and I saw this blank. These 2 days were blank, and I said, let's break out the Harriet Wright designs stickers. I just merged stuff that had some greenery going on with it and made it work with the 12th and the 13th. Then 14th and 15th, I continued with my Harriet Wright designs. My favorite Disney movie is Cinderella. And so I had the Cinderella kit. I had never used it for anything. And so I said, well, we have some collaging we need to do. I didn't do a whole lot because it was a mixture of this washi paper or transparent paper and white paper. And I didn't want to fuse both of those things. So I had to be careful how I did my placement on these 2 days. And then I have the 16th and the 17th. So I'm back to my purplish lilac hues. And I just did a couple things around, nothing too crazy. And I cannot recall this might be Faded Chronicle for the most part, some of these stickers. The 18th and the 19th, I'm back to Graceful Muse. I know that because of this doll, how she looks. I know that because of her washi strips that she has. I threw in some of the washi tape that I have as well. And the 20th and then 21st, like I actually did this. I think I did this today. Yep, I did this morning before my appointment. So I had some leftover from the Giving Girl and I wanted to use up those sticker sheets. So back at my lilac purple again for this day. So I just threw the stickers down around where I had filled in the information. And then I recently got this 2-page kit from Hello Petite Paper. So I did this morning as well before my appointment. And yep, just some summary vibes because it wasn't all the way in the view, the frame, I mean. And then I gotta play catch up because today is the 28th, so we're back at square one, you guys. But at least I share my daily logging with you all because it's been a big minute, a long minute since that has happened. Trying to put a couple things back up. So the other thing I want to share is I introduced a new item into my lineup, and that is the Pocket Plus from Cloth and Paper. I may not open it. Let me see. Let me look out of the frame first. Okay, I'll do a quick little 1-2-1-2. So I don't get me to lying about what the dimension size is on this, but this is obviously their traveler notebook system, and this is a clear vinyl cover. I used a journaling vellum from them from a subscription box from 2025 as the backdrop. I threw in this circle transparent sticky note to just kind of like bring forth this sticker that I've had in my stash for the longest, and I did not want to use it on anything, and I finally figured out how to use her and stuck her on top. And actually she's not stuck, she's placed on top. Then another journaling card from Cloth and Paper, Shared Memory, because that's what pretty much will be in here. This is like a companion to this. So going forward on those days where I have those collage pages, it's mainly because I'm out of commission, I'm out of my normal routine, and I don't have access to this, or I don't have the capacity to update this. So what I'm going to do is start jotting down just, what happened on that particular day. And then right behind this vellum, this is really thick too, is this sticker that I like because it kind of, I don't know, with it being layered underneath the Shared Memory, I felt like it went well with that doll sticker that I had die cut. So both of those are die cuts. And So I have currently three traveler's notebooks in here. I got this clip from the Graceful Muse Papery subscription from, I'm sorry, Holiday Advent this year. So this taupey color, that's not the right color name. This is the Task notebook from Cloth and Paper. And what you can do is just write down a list of items and then maybe check it off or put a date over here. I'm kind of disregarding that to some degree, but here is what I've done in this notebook so far. So I do a little decorating and I'm just jotting down what actually happened. I intentionally flipped through that really fast because I don't know what I wrote down, but that's how I'm using that. And then I have in the middle of it this little pocket where I can save some of my page flags. Then I have the lined notebook that I've not written in yet. And then I have another pocket that I can insert some things. So I just stuck these little stickies in here for now just because they were hanging around. And then I have the weekly graph. So I really wanted the graph to go with it, but it was sold out when I bought this. I bought this as a bundle and it was a 15% off the bundle. So you could get the cover and 3 notebooks. And I just got the best 3 that I felt like went with what I was trying to do with this particular traveler's notebook. And this is just me testing out, you know, how it is to write in here. So it's not really anything. I'm going to eventually erase this stuff. And then on the back, I just have this vellum envelope that these stickers did not come in because it's not sized to it. But my thing is, I found that the stickers, when they are glossy, because this is high gloss, they stick to your vinyl. I think that goes without saying, and I just tucked it in here. And then I have this die cut here, Stay Wild Moonchild from Lauren Phelps Design. This is a pen that I got as a set off of Amazon. So I have a bunch of these purple pens, lavender pens all over, and I just use them whenever I need them. Whenever I have whenever I'm adding something to my current lineup. So I'm just gonna go over one more thing for today. And that's going to round out my weekly recap for weeks 22 through what, like 30, 31, something like that. So I'm just going to take out my little CPP Petite and catch you guys up in this one. As you can tell, I love this little shared journal journaling card, shared memory journaling card. Actually, I need to update my favorites from July. I'll do that off camera because I don't even remember what they are. Because I wasn't a fan of that subscription box. So, sorry. If you're new here, I do unboxings of Cloth and Paper's subscription boxes. Currently, it's on a monthly basis. But it is going to quarterly, and I like to record my top 3 items that I loved from each of those boxes, or I enjoyed from each of those boxes, and that's what I need to catch up on. So if you have caught my recaps before, then you've seen me use this, maybe even update it or just flip through it. What I like to do with this is for the week, I like to write down the things that I need to get done. And instead of being so wasteful and starting over completely with a whole new sheet, what I've decided to do is midway through the year, I started back at the beginning, and on the back of those sheets, I'm writing down my weekly to-dos. So here is where I am for this particular week. So I've not done any of these things. So yeah, that is this notebook. Let's see if there's something else in here that I needed to share. I don't think so. But anyhow, that has been, I mean, I only shared a few things that I've been using. These are the items that I've been using here more recently in terms of what's going on a week-to-week basis. And if you stuck around with me for the duration of this, thank you so much. I will hopefully keep these a little bit more up to date as time goes on. However, that may not be the case because I do have to round out my coursework, and then I'm going to roll into starting to study for the CPA exam. So I'll probably even have less time to film and upload than I would like to do because, you know, priorities. But anyhow, thanks for joining me today on this weekly recap for a number of weeks. This probably rounds out to about 2.5 months worth of recaps. Actually, I'm missing one notebook. Excuse me, one planner. Here we go. So these are, yeah, here we go. So this was the full-on recap for what I had going on from week 22 all the way up until now. So thank you for joining me. I hope you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you tune into this. And in the words of my fellow bougie sister, Regine, toodles.